with the Chief Operating Officer of EurAsia Gulf, Dr. Usama Al Malki.
27 years working experience of medical background in Dubai to work a lot in all different sectors. Whether we're talking about handling, of course, operations, marketing, financing.
The creation of EurAsia Gulf business platform.
We work on connecting business among Emirates, Gulf, Russia, and CIS countries. Emirates or Gulf region, Belarus, Russia, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, all those countries, we are quite active.
So what are the main and core values of EurAsia Gulf as the business platform?
Organizing some events along with other communities that will give great value for our community or our network. Our events are customized to give value for different members, whether they are focusing on certain country or they are focusing on networking, or if they are focusing on sector. More business connections with people outside UAE.
To highlight just the main benefits.
We announced recently one new membership focusing on startups from those countries which we deal with.
For the 2025, in terms of the variety of the events, the committees and other benefits, what they can look for?
More activities, more events, more people from different business communities attending, more people coming via trade missions.
Hello and welcome to special festive edition of EurAsia Gulf podcast. My name is Alena Zaleskaya, and on behalf of the entire team, we would like to wish a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all our members, guests, and everyone who is tuning in. Today is the truly special episode of Networking Powerhouses with the Chief Operating Officer of EurAsia Gulf, Dr. Usama Al Malki. Osama, it's such a pleasure. Thank you for making it.
My pleasure. Thank you so much and happy holidays for everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Before we jump into the discussion about the EurAsia Gulf, of course, we are very excited to learn a little bit more about you, about your life, about your experience outside of EurAsia Gulf platform.
I'm Usama. I'm of medical background. I don't say medical doctor because I'm not practicing, but basically I always say medical background. So 27 years working experience in Dubai, at most in healthcare, but with startups. So working with, I would say 7 startups in the last 27 years allowed me to work a lot in all different sectors. Whether we're talking about handling, of course, operations, marketing, financing, business development. So somehow, after all this period, I find myself involved in different sectors and in different activities. All came actually from the main experience of handling startup in healthcare.
Wow, that's fascinating history, of course. So I'm sure that's how it's led it to the creation of EurAsia Gulf business platform. If you can tell us more how it started years ago, what is the story behind?
EurAsia Gulf started as a Russian club, 2020, as a Russian club. Then later on, the name was changed into EurAsia Gulf just little time after the lockdown. My first actually event I attended at EurAsia Gulf was in 2022. That was the Eurasian Business Forum. When I attended that event, I saw huge potentials at that time, and I enjoyed a lot the crowd, the concept of the platform. So somehow I was communicating, and from that time I was involved in the beginning as healthcare committee, but later on I was more handling the operations of EurAsia Gulf. I would say EurAsia Gulf became in the current image in 2022 when we start working as EurAsia Gulf.
Business platform.
Exactly. We say we are a business platform. We work on connecting business among Emirates, Gulf, Russia, and CIS countries. So officially we operate in 20 countries, but of course we are more active in some countries like Emirates or Gulf region, Belarus, Russia, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, all those countries, we are quite active.
Yes.
Talking about the business activities which we do with those countries.
So what are the main and core values of EurAsia Gulf as a business platform?
Our activities are usually into two lines: events and trade missions. When we talk about events, and we start maybe with some networking events, but later on it became more specific to give value for every certain member. We are membership-based organization. So basically, our events are customized to give value for different type of business owners or business people. So if we talk about networking, we have a great opportunities. Like imagine via our events, which is around one event every 5 days currently. Imagine we talk about around 300 people attending our events on monthly basis. And this is a great number when we talk about business. Any business owner or any business executive who want to meet people, business people, we have the chance easily. 300, it's a quite high number on monthly basis.
Yes, yes.
Beside that, the theme of the event is also important. Like we have some of them purely networking, others are focusing on sector because we have different committees active. We have in fact 12 committees active with us. So basically, if we talk about specialized sector, then we have the event for that. If we talk about some networking focusing on countries, we have the lunch with diplomat, which usually it's happening on a monthly basis. We do receive one diplomat related to the countries that we are active with, and this type of event usually is giving more focus on that country. Whether we're talking again about Belarus or Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Georgia recently. So basically all those countries, if somebody having special interest, then they will attend such event. So the idea, to summarize about the events, our events are customized to give value for different members, whether they are focusing on certain country or they are focusing on networking, or if they are focusing on sector. So whatever their focus is, they can find their targets at EurAsia Gulf.
The EurAsia Gulf. So yes, I would like to go a little bit deeper in the variety of the events and segments that they're covering. And EurAsia Gulf concluded 78 events this year, but it wasn't the same since the beginning. So let's still go a little bit back in time when the first event by the EurAsia Gulf platform was organized. What was that event and which feedback they received and how you found the direction from there, which line of the event to start?
We started as usual with networking events. When I say as usual, because most of the business councils or business platform, they offer this type of events usually. That was our start, but then later on when we were discussing internally about the idea of offering more values for our members or attendees, we start thinking that, okay, we can give more focus on a country or a sector. That's why we are more active now with the other events. Still, our networking event, in fact, is quite popular because we get around average, I would say 60 people attending every month. They do not sit, they are standing, going around, meeting other people in a very, that's what we hear always. It's a very friendly and nice atmosphere. So basically it's our famous event, but still the other private events, again, it was developed by the time when we wanted to customize something focusing on sector or country.
And yeah, so to summarize, the first one was the diplomatic business
networking.
The network.
Social networking event, yeah.
All right. And then how it's, because one of the most popular events too, I would say, is the Eurasian Social Tuesdays and the diplomatic business lunches. So what's the main difference between them, would you say, and whether people, they decide to choose for which to go, how they differentiate them?
Again, the one of networking, the one of lunch with diplomat, the idea of it is to focus on a country. So we receive sometime when we announce, let's say, a certain event hosting a certain diplomat from certain country, usually we find people who have interest to collaborate with that country are there. So this is, again, I think to say that such type of events are focusing on a country. This is very important, I think, because, like in any business, either you have specialized sector or specialized country maybe you're working on.
Correct.
If not, you have the community, which we have at the networking event. So the three main topics, sector, country, or community, three of them are represented at our events. Our events, basically, let me add, if I go into detail, we have the social networking event happening once every month. Usually we do it on third Tuesday of the month. We have the lunch with diplomat happening on the first Tuesday of the month. Beside that, we have the committee events, which is, again, we usually urge our members to be active and to work on such events once every 3 months at least. So this is important. Beside that, we have some official forum, business forums, which we do it on quarterly basis. I would say it depends on the type of available, maybe topics or speakers. So based on that, we organize also on every year we organize these business forums. Recently, we organized our first edition actually of the Excellence Awards. We were quite happy with this event because it attracted around 140 people, business people. This event actually, at this event, we honored 21 companies who were quite active in our territory, let's say. So they were not necessarily coming from UAE, but basically they were very active in the region where we cover. So I would say the Excellence Awards was our biggest event, and it seems that it will be one of our flagships actually of EurAsia.
Totally agree on that, because I was privileged to take part in organizing and helping that happens for the events. And of course, the idea maybe to award the variety of industries is not new to Dubai, but considering the fact that it was first within the EurAsia Gulf business platform, it's really brought so much attention and value to the members and the awardees. And so I absolutely agree with you that it was a huge success. And of course, it's going to be repeated at the flagship event every single year. And it's fantastic end of the year as well.
Yeah, exactly.
But if we talk about the industries from where coming our members or guests, can you differentiate few of them that we see that mostly people are coming, or it's a mix of them?
Sure. As I mentioned, we have 12 committees at EurAsia, but we can check them in our website. But those which I mentioned are the most active committees. We have one, actually, this is quite unique and interesting committee, the governmental relation sector, where we have different ex-diplomats and ex-officials who are into that committee. So, in business, sometimes some people are looking for some connections to assist, maybe to set up something or to get some information about something. So basically, it's
and that's what we have. And I believe that if we consider the differences between the variety of the business platforms in the EurAsia Gulf, what we have, the committees, that was differentiate from the other business platforms. And we do have the special line of the events for the breakfast with the committees. And I know that it's one of the biggest plans for the upcoming year as well, to enlarge and to become more active within the committees and create more events. That's
right.
True?
Right. As I mentioned, we have one event every 5 days. So basically, the way to manage to do such type of events, it requires efficiency. Efficiency is coming from a system. So yes, we do have the system to run and organize such type of events on regular basis and on short period of time actually. Now, events of committees are usually done over breakfast. We find this is the most suitable time maybe to manage to bring people together. And usually the event is taking 2 hours where we have some presentations happening over breakfast and some discussions and networking within the same sector. So this type of events is happening for all committees, but besides that, we are in next year, we will have such type of event happening during the period of some exhibitions, major exhibitions of Dubai. So we already selected 12 of them, and we have already the right venue, which is very convenient for exhibitors or visitors or members to attend. So this type of new series of events will happen in 2025, starting from Arab Health.
Oh, that's
in January, end of January.
I will come back to the topic of what's next for EurAsia Gulf in the upcoming year, but let's talk about the 2024 at the end. What was the significant, forget about the EurAsia Gulf Excellence Awards, we already discussed that, but which other events or in terms of the membership that you saw the changes compared to the other years?
Number of events, it indicate the big trust that we are managing to build among our attendees and members. Our plan for next year will be, again, to provide this value, extra value that our people are still asking for or looking for. That would be into maybe more business connections with people outside UAE, for example, which usually we can provide by connections with some trade missions who are visiting UAE. This is one example. Other example would be with other communities, business communities, organizing some events along with other communities that will give great value for our community or our network. Those two things would be one of our new targets actually for
the upcoming year. All right. But if you want to highlight just the main benefits for the members, and what I can see as well, the variety of the events, is whether the established company or not new to the Dubai environment, but many of them, they're just the startups or just relocated, just opened the company here. So how EurAsia Gulf benefit, like how people, they benefits from the EurAsia Gulf platform in terms of helping to grow their business?
That's thank you for asking this question. Actually, this is our major interest. Actually, also we announced recently one new membership focusing on startups from those countries which we deal with. So any startup basically can be a free member in a period of 1 year. Those type of companies usually are getting great connections when they attend our events. Imagine whether they are looking for some service providers, or they are looking for potential customers, or they are looking for partners to maybe to scale up their business or whatever. So all those type of contacts are available at our events. So the value that we are offering again for startups is great. So either they can be free members, this is great by itself, and this is again, it's very limited to certain criteria. So they need to apply, and we need to provide the approval for that. So it's not open for all companies, but basically we have certain criteria that they need to meet to get the free membership for 1 year. Besides that, as I mentioned, startups are really encouraged to attend our events because they will build the contacts and the networks that they need for their business.
Yes. Sure. So let's just summarize for the 2025 in terms of the variety of the events, the committees, and other benefits. Those who are new to EurAsia Gulf platform, what they can look for and benefits.
What to expect? Maybe they would expect for sure more activities, because our rate of activities is increasing by the time, and for sure with whatever we are working on at the moment, I can promise that we will have more events happening next year. This is for sure. We will have more people from different business communities attending our events. This is another important thing. The third thing, we are working on having more people coming via trade missions to be available at our events. So this is a very important thing, because end of the day, any business people here in UAE would love to have connection with some potential maybe partners abroad, either to represent them or maybe to look for certain supplies or whatever. So basically, we are facilitating that as well.
Yes, we know that Dubai is the hub for business, but of course, it's good to expand and go outside of the UAE and help the businesses over there. And of course, I would like to use the moment of the new year that's on behalf of Usama and on behalf of the EurAsia Gulf platform, what would you like to wish to those who are watching us?
We are business oriented, so basically we say best of luck in business and best of success. We hope that next year will be a significant progress happening in business side of all our members.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.